Which measures were taken by Government of India to tackle the problems in agriculture sector? Last day we have discussed the problems faced by farmers in India, or the problems faced in Indian agriculture. So from time to time, Government of India has taken certain measures to tackle these, to solve these problems in agriculture sector, or these are also called economic reforms. The measures taken by the government are called agrarian reforms or agricultural reforms, reforms in agriculture sector. तो उसका दूसरा मतलब हम मीनिंग कह सकते हैं, we can say the meaning of this question is mention some reforms in Indian agriculture. So to tackle the problems in agriculture sector, to tackle the problems in Indian agriculture, so many measures or reforms were taken. So many reforms measures were taken. These measures, so we classify these measures into three groups. These measures are classified into three groups. So these reforms, agriculture reforms, have been classified into three groups to mitigate the backwardness in Indian agriculture. So with a view aiming to tackle the problems of Indian agriculture and mitigate its backwardness, the Government of India took a series of measures, took so many measures during its plans as well as in the government policies. These measures are broadly classified into three groups. Number first is technical reforms or technical measures. Technical reforms or technical measures. Number two, institutional measures or reforms. Some are technical on the technology side and institutional side. Number third is general reforms or general measures. So all reforms have been classified into three groups to tackle the problems faced in agriculture sector. Now the question is, what are the technical measures? The technical measures or technical reforms taken by government or as क्या है technical measures, technical side पे, technological side पे. So some strong steps were taken by the government to upgrade, to reform the level of technology in Indian agriculture. Number first technical measure was use of high yielding variety seeds. इसको हम कहते हैं HYV, ये abbreviation है HYV, introduction, or use of high yielding variety seeds, HYV seeds, use of or introduction of high yielding variety seeds. So those seeds were introduced, those seeds were given to the farmers, which gives them high yield, जो बहुत ज्यादा प्रोडक्शन देंगे. ऐसे बीज उनको दिए गए जमींदार. Number second, use of chemical fertilizers. Use of chemical fertilizers. Use of chemical fertilizers. Number third, use of insecticides and pesticides for crop production. ये production increase करेगा. It will help in increasing the production, and pesticides and these insecticides will protect the crops. Use of pesticides and insecticides for crop protection, for crop protection. Yes, to protect the farmer's crop, the government provide them pesticides and insecticides. Number fourth, scientific farm management practice. Scientific farm management practice. This was fourth major taken under technical reforms. What is it? Stress has been laid on scientific cultivation as against conventional methods of farming. So it was taught to the farmers to leave the conventional traditional form of farming, traditional methods of farming, and adopt scientific cultivation. Scientific methods of farming relate to selection of crops. कौन सा crop आप किस time पे मतलब sow करोगे, practice करोगे, and their quality. So selection of crops and their quality on scientific methods. Preparation of soil, जमीन किस तरह तैयार करोगे, क्रॉप रोटेशन, अगर एक साल एक क्रॉप लगाया दूसरे साल इसी जमीन पे दूसरा क्रॉप लगाई, क्रॉप रोटेशन, सिलेक्शन ऑफ सीड्स, कौन सा सीड इस जमीन में लगेगा, judicious use of fertilizers. So these all the measures were incorporated into one, that is scientific farm management practice. Also in this method, in this setup, in this connection, intensive agricultural area program, IAAP have been introduced. Integrated rural development program has been launched to further pace up the process of growth in agriculture. As many as 23 agricultural universities are engaged in promoting research on scientific cultivation. So this is to leave the old practices, old methods, conventional methods of farming, and adopt new scientific methods, which includes use of high yielding varieties, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides, crop rotation, preparation of soil, dry farming practice, etc. Number fifth of लिख लीजिए under this technical reforms, machinized means of cultivation, use of machines in cultivation. Several measures have been taken to popularize the use of agricultural machines. Use of agricultural machines, use of agricultural machines in farm cultivation, that is use of tractors, use of tillers, use of threshers, they were introduced. Okay, so several measures have been taken to popularize to use the agricultural machines like tractors, harvesters, to enable the small farmers to buy agricultural machines. Cheap credit facilities has been provided by cooperative societies to small farmers. Yes, cheap credit facilities. Money has been given them on loan on concessional basis by cooperatives to buy these machines. Small and marginal farmer agencies, regional rural banks, and commercial banks. They were directed, these banks were directed, these societies were directed to provide credit to the farmers so that they can buy machines. So machinized farm. Now that is machinized means of cultivation. That is machinized means of cultivation. Means of cultivation. Mechanized means of cultivation. So these are technical reforms. Now you take up the institutional reform. ये हो गया? Okay, क्या है? ये हो गया? These are all measures to tackle the problems in agriculture. ये हो गया?
जी सर हो गए।
बात क्यों नहीं करते? बात करो।
जी सर हमने लिखा, उठाए स्क्रीनशॉट।
लिखिए आप the institutional reforms or land reform. Some institutional reforms or land reforms or land reforms or as कौन कौन से इस्लाहात किए गए? The following institutional reforms have been taken by the government of India to tackle the problems in Indian agriculture. Number first, abolition of intermediaries. Abolition of intermediaries. ये क्या है? Intermediaries दरमियानदार होते हैं, बीच का आदमी. If there is farmer who is producing and there is consumer who is consuming the farm products, there was also a person whom we call intermediary. He was buying this production from farmer and selling it to consumer. So in this way, farmer was in losses. A huge money was grabbed by this intermediary. So there has been abolition of intermediary. Direct contact has been established between the producer of the production and the consumer of the production. That is intermediaries between the state and the actual tiller of the soil. State or government और इसके दरमियान भी. Popularly known as जमींदार्स have been abolished. अच्छा, ये दूसरी बात भी कहता है इसमें, तो जमींदार बीच में था. जमींदार, this was tenant, this was government. This is government, this is tenant who is cultivating the land, and this was zamindar, owner of the land. This tenant was paying rent as well as taxes to the zamindars, and zamindar was paying to the government. So this zamindari system was abolished. ये abolish किया गया, and land was directly given to the tenant. So popularly known as zamindars have been abolished. Ownership rights have been given to the actual cultivators, that is tenants. This has been done with a view to stopping exploitation of tenants. ये किसने किया गया? So that exploitation of tenants is abolished. So zamindari system has been zamindari system has been abolished to save the tenant from exploitation. Direct contact has been made or established by government and tenant. Ownership rights were given to tenants. Ownership rights have been given, conferred to tenants. They have been made the owners of the land. Number second is regulation of rent. अगर कहीं कहीं है, कहीं कहीं चलेगा, but there should be regulation of rent. Regulation of rent. The rent paid by the tenant to the zamindar, that has been regulated by the government. So to put an end to excessive and illegal exploitation from cultivators, rents have been fixed. fixed rents. Generally, these are not exceeded to 1/3 of the value of crop. जो भी crop निकलेगा, whatever crop is produced by the tenant, he or she can pay not more than 1/3 of the crop. जो पहले था system, जमींदारों were demanding as per their will from the tenants as rent. So rent has been fixed. Rent has been fixed. The rent agreement has been fixed between the tenant of the land and the owner of the land. The rent cannot exceed 1/3 of the value of crop. Rent cannot exceed, इससे ज्यादा नहीं हो सकता, 1/3 of the value of crop. Institutional reform. Number 3, लिख लीजिए, consolidation of holdings. Consolidation of holdings. Consolidation of holdings. Yes. So land should be consolidated. A farmer should be given land at one place, not at multiple places. So with a view to combating fragmentation, that is pieces. If a farmer has, for example, 10 canal of land, it is dispersed over a number of places. So government thinks seriously about it that he should be or she should be given whole land at one place. Steps have been taken or initiated for consolidation of holdings. By 2004, more than 630 lakh hectares of land was brought under consolidated holdings, employed holdings of a farmer at one place. That the holding of the farmer should be at one place. Holdings of land of the farmer should be at one place. एक ही जगह होना चाहिए. Number 4, आप लिख लीजिए, sealing of land holding. Sealing of land holding. ये समझ आता है ये क्या मतलब है? Sealing of land holding. A person cannot keep thousands of canals of land. He or she can put or own a fixed land. A fixed land. A ceiling has been put. मतलब एक जमींदार हजारों कनाल अब नहीं रख सकता. That can be distributed among landless laborers. So with a view to promote equality in the distribution of land, ceiling has been imposed on the holding side. The surplus land has been resumed, taken out from the owners by the government and redistributed among small holders and landless laborers. Again, so a lot of land has been snatched from big landlords, and that land was distributed among landless laborers. Number 5, cooperative farming. Cooperative farming. Cooperative farming. Farmers can make groups in the production as well as in the selling of the crop. Cooperative farming is encouraged to further consolidate the gains of consolidation of holdings. It is encouraged also to enhance bargaining power of the small holders in the cooperative marketing structure. So when small farmers produce crops, this crop was accumulated at one place and a society was formed which can sell this crop. Otherwise क्या होता था, जो भी बायर जाता था क्रॉप लेने के लिए वो इंडिविजुअली उनको कांटेक्ट करता था. इंडिविजुअली कांटेक्ट करता था. फार्मर भी मजबूर था कि मैं अपना क्रॉप इसको बेच दूंगा ताकि ये खराब ना हो जाए. So जब ये सारा कंसोलिडेट हो गया, एक ही जगह हो गया, एक सोसाइटी बनाई गई, वो खुद क्रॉप बेच देंगे, दैट मीन्स बार्गेनिंग पावर उसका मजबूत हो जाता है, उनका बार्गेनिंग पावर मजबूत हो जाता है। Yes, it increases the bargaining power of farmers. It increases the bargaining power of farmers. Cooperative society farming है, cooperative farming. So इसके बाद है जनरल रिफॉर्म्स. जनरल रिफॉर्म्स में क्या क्या है, ये हो गया. आज आपका एग्जाम भी है
जी सर.
जनरल रिफॉर्म्स और जनरल मेजर्स include following steps. Number first, जनरल रिफॉर्म में क्या क्या आता है? In addition to institutional and technical reforms, expansion of irrigation facilities, very important measure. Expansion of irrigation facilities. Expansion of irrigation facilities. So those areas which were dry, which don't have irrigation facilities, they were given irrigation facilities. New sources of irrigation were developed by the government. So with a view to promoting and stabilizing productivity in agriculture, irrigation facilities have been expanded. Several major and minor irrigation projects have been launched, have been constructed across different parts of the country. In 1951, barely 17% of land was under permanent means of irrigation. In 51 में खाली 70% land was irrigated land. Now irrigation is covering about 40% of land under cultivation. So area under irrigation has increased, mainly owing to the construction of multi-purpose projects and tube wells. Dry farming techniques have been introduced in areas where irrigation is not possible. So this is new type of farming, dry farming. Those areas which have less irrigation facilities or less water, the dry farming technique is introduced there. In 2006-2007, irrigated area was estimated to be 872 lakh hectares. So this was all about the expansion of irrigation facilities, because this was a challenging issue for the farmers. Farmers were cultivating their crop, but it was destroyed due to lack of irrigation, lack of water. It mainly depended upon rainfall and natural factors. Number next. कहाँ हम पहुंचे थे? General reforms, expansion of irrigation facilities. First, provision of credit. Cooperative societies, banks, RRBs, regional rural banks, commercial banks, they all were directed to provide credit to the farmers so that they can buy tools, equipment, fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides, seeds, etc. Okay, so cooperative societies have been established, banks have been directed to provide credit to the farmers at less interest rates. All rural development banks have been established to cope with emerging credit needs of the farmers. So at present, there are 91,000 primary agricultural credit societies and 755 primary cooperative agricultural and rural development banks functioning in the country. So they all were directed, these all banks were directed to provide credit, to provide credit to farmers on low interest rates, on low interest rates. That means loans.
जी
Give
सर
loans to the farmers so that they can buy
Yeah.
fertilizers, yes,
Yes.
tools, machines, equipments, seeds, pesticides, etc.
Yes sir. That's true.
So farmers need money at the time of sowing, at the time of cultivation. So they don't have money. When they don't have money, they ran away to the money lenders, Mahajans, who charge them high interest rates and grieve their all crop at the time of harvest. Okay. Number third major under general measures was regulated markets and cooperative marketing societies. Regulated markets were like regulated, where farmers can sell their produce. Regulated markets and cooperative
Farmers.
marketing societies, establishment of cooperative marketing societies. Regulated markets and establishment of cooperative marketing societies. The existing markets were regulated. It were regulated in favor of the farmers so that farmers can sell their produce happily. Regulated markets have been established across all parts of the country. This is with a view to offering remunerative and good prices to the farmers and protect them from exploitation by the middlemen. These markets are governed by the market committees appointed by the government. Representatives of farmers are also members of these committees. These committees are to ensure timely payment of the farmers. जो उनका पैसा है वो उनको टाइम पे मिल जाए. These committees are to ensure timely payment to the farmers. So these are the measures for regulating the markets and establish the marketing societies. Next is price support policy. Price support policy. Price, very important. Price support policy. What is it? If farmers get less price, low price from the market, the government will compensate, or government will buy their produce at a fixed rate, which is called, जिसको हम minimum support price कहते हैं. Minimum support price, MSP. So we can say, to motivate the farmers to increase farm output, it is necessary to insulate them against uncertainties, to save them from uncertainties of the market. Here comes the role of the price support policy. Under this policy, government assures a minimum price to the farmers for this produce. So under this policy, minimum support price policy, the government buys farm produce from farmers at a minimum support price, which is called MSP, minimum support price.
Right.
When open markets are uncertain. It is to save or protect the interests of farmers. So this is very important, price support policy introduced by the government. So this is all about the agriculture measures or agriculture reforms introduced by the government from time to time. time
time
to tackle the problems and save the interests of farmers, to tackle the problems of agriculture sector and save the interests of farmers. Okay,
जी सर
अब हमारा नेक्स्ट होगा न्यू एग्रीकल्चरल स्ट्रेटजी, जो हम कल पढ़ेंगे, देखेंगे।
कल पढ़ेंगे
ठीक है, आज आपका एग्जाम है।
सर, कल पढ़ेंगे, आज हमारा एग्जाम है, हम पढ़ेंगे।
हाँ हाँ, ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच। कोई प्रॉब्लम मत है?
थैंक यू सर। नो सर।
ठीक।